Hello and welcome everybody, Sir Chompyface here, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined the stream earlier, and those who couldn't make it, thank you for watching it later on. It's been fantastic. So today's video is the big question: have Hello Games done enough to keep the fan base, or to bring the fan base back? So what I was doing, I was going to script this video, but I thought I'll just one unscripted because I believe it's fair to speak your mind, what you think about the game. Now, obviously 1.3 was a major update and it changed a lot of the way the game plays, and it also changed, you know, dramatically the way that the lore is presented to us. So there's more, you know, you're more likely to see more of the story, sort of, in a way. But for those who are wondering, should you go back, hopefully this video should answer it for you. So what did they add in it? They added freighters, they added the ability to chase a 30-hour storyline, portals and co-op, and there's quite a few different other systems as well, like the new economy system, which was added in. That also changed the way you could buy and sell stuff, and there's a few features they added in which actually annoyed me more than I would have enjoyed. Now, chasing the story, we'll start off with that. There's a story called the Story of the Atlas, and I was playing some of that during my streams and just some of my videos. I do some of the story, and the one thing about that is it's good, but it's stretched out. It really is stretched out. So they've got some good content, but they've stretched out and put mind-numbingly boring crap between it. Some people might enjoy that, but I think some of it is they're just stretching out what we already can do in the game. So as an example, one of the missions I had to do mission boards. Now, it didn't matter what your reputation was with that, whoever you had to go and speak to. It said that you had to go and raise it by 3. So you had to go and raise your reputation by 3 with every alien, what they called, faction. You had to go and raise your reputation, and that was all right, apart from I had to do like 3 missions each to raise it enough to do it. So that, once again, instead of them just carrying on the story and letting us follow it and putting in a detailed, like, new buildings and stuff to generate on planets, they just stretched it out when put mindless, like, needless content in. But the mission bounty board system added in is good, and it's a great way to earn some money or some clusters, but it's not the best way. Obviously there are money making ways, as you've seen on my channel, but they are fun to do, the mission boards. But when it comes to No Man's Sky, again, they add stuff in which stretches the content, and they add stuff in which it doesn't have enough content in. Now, a lot of people are going to be listening to this going, oh, but the guys at Hello Games have worked really hard, and they have, you know, added as much, because they have worked hard, and they've worked tirelessly. Now, here's the point I'm going to put across. Okay, now a lot of people are in defense of it, and I'm in defense of it most of the time because I do think they're improving, but I've got to be critical, and I've got to criticize what the companies, as an action, what they've done as well, to a point where I think they could improve. Now, the main thing is that on launch they made a lot of money. It was one of the biggest game sales of the year, and they're making it again because of 1.3, so that's even more money rolling in for them. A lot more people are buying it again. But the problem with that is they made all this money, and I mean absolutely loads of money, and I know the development time costs and developers costs, but don't forget they had projects before us, small projects before us, but they were big, like Joe Danger. A lot of people play the Joe Danger games, and they probably still bring income in. And the problem with what the fact that they're doing is that they are releasing these updates, but they're not hiring anybody else to their team. They need to hire more people. They're making money still off the game. Don't get me wrong, they're making money. They've got a product ships, it makes money. It has enough to run their servers and everything. But they need to put some of that money that they've took out from the game and put it back in by putting developers and speeding up the process and making it less buggy. And that's the problem with their releases as well. Their releases come with critical errors, like people not being able to up their saves, falling through starships, no matter where you land. That's been a major one. The farming, the new farming system, they add the system in and it was buggy. I mean, it feels like it doesn't go through any testing when they make their updates for their games. It feels like they've just made the feature, they've had someone play test it, and the person who plays it, oh, that's good enough to release. Let's release it. No, all buggy like that, and we'll patch it as we go along. And don't get me wrong, we've had a patch every single week so far, but I still think Hello Games, they are not doing enough to actually, they're not doing enough to pull people back into the game and to put that money back in. Now, we got the new Crash Freighter system, and that was awesome. It's what I wanted from the start, where they advertised and they finally added it in. But the thing is, you couldn't explore. It says explore, and there's no exploring in it. I mean, let's be honest, guys. All you're doing is you're digging up safes. I want to go inside the freighter. Why can't you build a part to go inside it, and we can explore? We can find salvaged junk where we could add to our freighters. That would have been really awesome. Sorry about that noise in the background, guys. Some arseholes on a motorbike outside. Basically, yeah, there's so much they could do. There's so much they could change with the game. Now, I know there's no gameplay going on at the moment. There's an extreme storm, and I just travelled to a new galaxy, and I can't seem to find Iridium on this planet. So I might actually have to start a new save as a warning, but I will let people know of the situation here. So that is a pain. That is a real pain in my ass. The feature that I wanted to see the most was to walk through a freighter, a crash freighter, because you see some of these massive freighters and you think, yeah, they've got a lot of storage on them, but you must have other rooms, but there's still only one room, and you think they need to add some more, depth to these freighters. They need to give us abilities like be able to shoot from the cannons on the freighters. It'd be awesome. But every time they add something in, as good as it is and as appreciative as it is, and I think that it's fantastic, it still fails short to what it could be, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm not shitting on the game. I like the game. I play the game madly. It's an amazing game. I like it because I like the exploration, but it's the tedious tasks that put me off the game. It's the fact that we had a good farming system, and now they've changed it so we have to keep constantly walking up to them and charging up with a carbon. I get it that there should be some sort of system of pay versus reward system, but they could do it so there's one electrical charge. This is what someone recommended to me, and we both sort of fought together about this. There could be one lot of charge unit on the unit on the wall, which could charge all of the units in that one room, and you could just put that down like a generator from Ark Survival, and it would charge the lot of them. So you just charge that up instead of having to walk up to each and every single one individually. And why don't they put a storage inside the plant pots, so when you harvest something, it could automatically harvest itself and keep growing. So it's harvesting itself, because we're in the space age, for God's sake. It must have auto harvesting by now. We've got auto mining on planets, so auto harvesting must be a thing inside it, so it can harvest itself, go inside a storage, and you just take it out instead of having to keep constantly walking up to every single one, refilling it with one button and collect it with another. It's just these tedious tasks. They're getting too much, It's like the shield system. Why do we have to charge up the shields on a starship? Why can't they just break and we repair them? So we get 10 recharges. So you take damage, you have to stay out of combat and let it recharge. But after 10 pull downs, it could break or something. This is just ideas, just to change up the gameplay to what it is at the moment, because it would make it less tedious. And during combat, am I the only one who's sick of having to recharge a shield during the middle of fucking combat, and I just want to go out there and batter the hell out of pirates? I can't be the only one who thinks like this at the moment. And as much as Hello Games have done, I think it is worth going back if the game is on sale, but at a full price where they're charging, until they fix the bugs, until they've stopped adding updates in and then stretching them out. It's not worth going in at full price. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is teleporters. Now, everybody was really excited with teleporters and the added ability of being able to play with other players, and now you can, But the catch is you have to find each other, which is not a problem. Some people didn't think that was too bad, especially because they added the portal system in. But to do the portal system, you've once again got to. They've stretched out the gameplay and said, hey, you have to find all the glyphs and you have to do some of the campaign, or I think nearly all the campaign actually, and you have to keep going and going and going until you've, they just stretch. Put filler in every single bit. Filler content, filler content, filler content, filler content. There's nothing there which is unique. That's what's annoying me. They put the portals in, that was a unique system itself, right? But stretching it out with using different variants, like using some of the campaign and having to go to different things and collecting glyphs, I think that's cool, don't get me wrong, but they could make the glyph system into something else, like you have to collect glyphs to go to extremely rare solar systems which could only go to via glyphs. That would be the better system, and just allow people to teleport straight off the bat. Allow people to meet up and teleport instead of wasting everyone's time, So this is really, this video might be stretching out longer than I thought it would be. There's so much in the game that needs improving, that could be done improved, and it's the reason that I'm not actually playing while I'm talking is because I'm talking about the game, and it's, I have to do this in the video without playing, have my mind distracted. There's so much stuff that, as I said, which needs to be changed in this game still. I've done a video recently saying about much needed features, and that was just a joke video, but a lot of people agreed that it does need more features. That's the problem, it's lacking. It's you go out, you mine, you collect, you save up your freight, you buy your freighter, you do the campaign, you do the portals, you meet up, and that's it. You rinse and repeat and keep upgrading your ship, and that's about it, right? And it's grinding, it's constant grinding and grinding and grinding, and I want to explore. Even exploring is a grind, because you have to keep collecting warp cells constantly to keep jumping from system to system. And as much as fun as it is, they need to make the warp cells a lot easier to get, because it's a pain in the ass having to buy 5 different products from a store, or collecting 5 different products and putting them all together to make one warp cell. I mean, it can at least make 5 with what we get, because it'll save us from keep constantly jumping all the time. And well, they're not constantly jumping, to stop us from. It feels like a system to stop us from keep constantly jumping towards the center of the galaxy. So yeah, there's so much stuff in this game that needs improving, and I know I keep repeating myself saying that, but I want to know what you guys think inside the comments. What do you think? Is it worth going back for you who's played it? People who've played it. Has it been worth going back to this game? For me, it's been worth going back because I didn't have to buy it again. I owned it digitally. But for those who want to come back again, definitely buy it on sale. Now, that's all I've got time for today, because I have a stream coming up very soon at 7 o'clock, and it's now becoming 5 o'clock, so it's going to give me a chance to go through some of the comments on my channel and talk to a few people. Also, find any news coverage for you guys about this game. I have to do research, because I don't just find that new stuff. I research, I scour all the forums everywhere for information to keep, to keep you guys informed, because we're a tight-knit community of people who follow me, and I like to get the news correct as well and make sure it is legitimate news. So thanks everyone for watching. If you liked my video earlier, that comical one, let me know if you want more content like that. I thought I'd try something different. It seems that a lot of people have watched it, so I do thank you guys for watching. It is, much appreciated. The other thing I just want to mention before I end this video is that I do have Twitch now at Sir Chompyface. I did my first broadcast today on there. I've started to upload my Uncharted Lost Legacy playthroughs on there, so you've got something to watch if I'm about to broadcast at a certain time and you're waiting for it, so it gives you something to do. I am planning on adding sort of content on there so you can watch like good enjoyable content to watch. I mean, my Uncharted stuff is good, but apparently it's not very popular at the moment, so we'll see how it goes. I'll be adding content to my Twitch though, and just want to thank everybody for helping out grow this channel, because every time someone's watch, it does help, because this is my livelihood. This is, I do make my money where I live from, off YouTube, and it's where the money that I use to upgrade the channel is from everybody watching my stuff. So yeah, thanks guys, seriously, like I could not thank you anymore. Although maybe I could, but you have to wait till tonight's stream to see how that is. Especially if it's more if you're a PC player. If you're a PC player, seriously, if you've got a PC and you game on it, check out the stream tonight. There might be something you might be interested in. So there we are, guys. Thank you very much. Let me know if you think this game is worth coming back to and your thoughts on what I said. Goodbye.